What up? What up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy, Sid Linus. Um, Make sure, today we're going to be talking about Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr said that the NBA should play 10 fewer games. And then we're going to break down exactly what he is saying, because I think he is confirming that there's a lack of quality in the NBA today. But first of all, let me handle some business. My name is Cedric Dildy on Facebook. Thank y'all for coming in, looking at me going live. Also, make sure that you check the comments, hit the subscribe button. If you subscribe to me, you'll get exclusive content. I drop exclusive content every week. And thank you to my subscribers that I have now. And I also go live once a week. So make sure you check me out whenever I go live. But let's go ahead and start breaking it down. I was going to talk about NFL free agency, but I've been doing a lot on that as of yet. But right now, we're going to go ahead and just talk about what Steve Kerr said today about the NBA and about them playing fewer games. I think he has an underlying meaning to what he means when he said they should play 10 fewer games. So let's go ahead and read the article real quick, and then I'll go ahead and break it down. He says, I know this will not be a popular opinion in the league office, but I will continue to say it because it's obvious we need to play fewer games. We need to take 10 games off the schedule, said Kerr, whose Warriors lost 129-126 to the Utah Jazz on Monday night with a depleted roster. I think it would be more competitive and healthier league if we play fewer games. Kerr said he realizes the financial implications cutting 10 games will have and acknowledges that that's the main issue. He said, I get it. It's revenue, and you have to agree to let everyone get a little less money, and that's really hard to do, Kerr said. But I know about the league and coaching and how hard it is with the pace and the space. I think it will be more competitive and a healthier league if we play fewer games. Now, let me just read this other line. The Warriors were without Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, Al Horford, Moses Moody, Kristaps Porzingis on Monday night. They have lost 4 of their past 5 games and are in danger of missing the playoffs. Kerr has long been vocal on the increase of pace of play being an issue in today's game in regards to injuries. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this. So Steve Kerr is saying that the NBA should play 10 fewer games. They should be cutting this league down from 82 games to 72 games. And in those 72 games, you probably have 36 before the All-Star break and things of that nature. Or maybe just spacing the game out a little bit more so you won't have these back-to-backs and you can have a lot more space within these games. And he's citing injuries, and he said competitive play in a healthier league. I think what Steve Kerr is saying is that the quality of the NBA is taking a hit because of the 82-game schedule colliding with the pace that these teams are playing. So now, this is what I want to say. From here on out, when people tell me that the NBA is a better product than it's been in the past, and these guys are way better basketball players than have been in the past, and it's a greater league than it's been in the past, Steve Kerr is agreeing with me, or however you want to put it. The product of the NBA was much better back in the 90s and the 80s. Steve Kerr is saying that the quality of the product is taking a hit because of the pace and is causing injuries. Now, Steve Kerr, you are partly to blame for this pace. And a lot of the European coaches that come over are partly to blame for this pace, because when a lot of the European coaches started coming over to the NBA, Mike D'Antoni and people like that, they stopped focusing on big men posting up. They stopped focusing on defense and drawing up game plans for defense. They started focusing on taking as many three-pointers as you can, and you got the analytic guys. And Steve Kerr, who had Stephen Curry, remember when Mark Jackson was coaching, Steph Curry wasn't shooting the ball from half court. But Steve Kerr allowed that. And look, it was great for the game for the moment. And I agree with that. But it became contagious of this very fast-paced, one-pass, take a three-point shot type of basketball. It is not entertaining. There's nobody dunking the ball anymore. Half the guys don't even want to be in the dunk contest. So there's nobody dunking the ball anymore. That's one thing that's being taken away from the game. The physicality is being taken away from the game. Post players and things of that nature. Even the fouls, even the, what's a flagrant one, a flagrant two goes overboard. So the product of the game is taking a huge hit now. He said competitive. He said it would be more competitive if there were less games. No, it would be more competitive if these guys played harder. Now, if you slow the game down and start using big men to post up, start really running plays, getting good shots, you will then find that the competitive level of the game will increase. And so Steve Kerr just confirming what a lot of us been saying for a long time, and even Jay Williams went on to say last week when Jay Williams said that the college game is a better product than the NBA right now. And I think that's the truth, because most of the time when you watch an NBA game, most of the stars are not playing. They're either resting, their team is tanking, or guys are hurt. And it's based upon a lot of the pace of the game where everyone is just shooting three-pointers and guys don't even drive to the hole and really dunk like that anymore. If you find a dunk, most of the time it comes on fast breaks. And that's why we like guys like Anthony Edwards, because he's one of the only guys that still will drive to the hole and try to dunk it on you. Most of the time, anybody else, is just dunks are just going to come in transition form. So, how do we cure this? You got to change the way you play in the game. Change it up. I'm sorry, change it up. Get some big men. Start telling these big men, get down there in the post, get your back to the basket. You know what I'm saying? Start playing tougher defense. Start drawing up defensive schemes and playing tougher defense. And start getting the ball and passing the ball around and getting some really great shots. There is no plays in the NBA right now. The only plays I see is a star player bringing the ball up, or you get the ball to the star player very early in the offense. Somebody comes, sets an on-ball screen for the ball handler, and then that ball handler is supposed to take that mismatch to the hole or pull back and do a three, or maybe he'll try to drive it a little bit and kick it out to somebody at three-point at the three-point line, and then they're supposed to take a three-pointer. It doesn't matter who he passes the ball to at the three-point line. Everybody's supposed to take a three-pointer at that point. And that becomes very, very, very boring basketball. I want to see some David Robinson, Shaq, Patrick Ewing, Tim Duncan. I want to see some Dennis Rodman, Charles Oakley type basketball. I want to see some very tough on-ball defenders. Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Gary Payton, Mookie Blaylock. I want to see some really tough on-ball defenders. These are the things that we need back in the NBA, and that will raise it back to the level. I do like what NBC is doing at Peacock. I think they're bringing a great narrative to the basketball, making it fun to watch with their production. But Steve Kerr is right. I don't think the problem is the 82 games. I think the problem is the pace of the game and how there's so many players hurt and how it doesn't look competitive when you're just taking threes all day. But that's my 2 cents. Thank y'all for tuning in to the live. I will be dropping an exclusive video tomorrow. So make sure y'all, everybody who subscribed to me, subscribe to me if you have not, so you can get this, the exclusive video that I'm dropping tomorrow. And yeah, just make sure if you see my reels and things like that, just make sure you like them and share them and things of that nature. But other than that, I am out. Keep God first. All right, peace.